Right, welcome to Rambling Achieved. This should be a follow-up video, kind of, where for a previous topic I was talking about 100% that I gave up on. And I thought what would be kind of interesting is to look through my account and actually see which ones I'm actually very close to and build out like a little tiny list to have there to try to think about maybe going for them 100%, because let me just get this up. Yeah, so I have 134 confirmed. 100% includes DLCs. And yeah, almost a 37% completion rate for that many titles. So yeah, just flicking through. As you can see, plenty of these 100%. We've gone through these very quickly before. There's a video of profile reviews on the channel, so if you want to see some of these titles and where we talk about them, because I did my account and then I also did Brandon's account for his PlayStation. But yeah, just flicking through and just seeing what ones like I'm really close to, and whether or not it's actually achievable. So Exoprimal will be the first one, funnily enough. This is the only thing I have left, is eliminate a total 100,000 dinosaurs. It shows just how much that's going to be a grind. And to the people who aren't achievement hunters and trophy hunters, they're probably looking at it and being like, wow, you're going to put essentially 70 hours for one achievement? That is the life of an achievement hunter, unfortunately. You tend to fall into them trappings. I'm actually going to bump this rating a little bit up. That was when I first played it. I'd actually say it's a 4-star game. I actually really enjoyed my time of Exoprimal. It's kind of it's a third-person shooter where it spawns you in as a team of 4, I believe, and then it's like a PvE VP environment. So in the first half of the match, you're just blazing through doing objectives, and it's just your team, and then another team is on a different side of the map, basically. So you don't interact with each other in the first half of the game, and then once all of them goals have been accomplished, you can actually get pulled in the second half of the match where the PvP aspect begins to take place. So yeah, it was a cool idea from Capcom. It didn't really seem to pan out, unfortunately for them. This was, I believe it launched into Game Pass as well. So it got a good, as you can see, 117,000 confirmed players on True Achievements, which obviously there's a lot more of that on actual Xbox. This is just whoever has a True Achievements account that's logged in gets logged as that. So it's not a bad number on the site. It's pretty high. So yeah, that would probably be the first one. I do want this kind of ticked off, because I really did enjoy the game when I played it. It has a lot more. It's not the greatest story, but it has a lot more effort put into the story than it has any right to, which was kind of fun to watch that unfold. Alrighty, moving on. So Isaac is also very close, but this is brutal, man. Because this is the repentance stuff. I don't know. I probably will. Like you can see, this put a lot of time into good old Isaac. And yeah, I enjoyed some aspects of repentance, but others not so much. There's a bunch of tainted characters that I just don't find particularly enjoyable to play. So Bellatra I'm actually working on, so I won't throw that in. Outriders. Not a bad shout. Another kind of online one. I guess I'll try and pick some other ones that aren't online based. Outriders, another game that launched into Game Pass and kind of didn't make all that big of a splash outside of Game Pass. I don't think people really cared about it. And yeah, only have 4 achievements left on it. That's very easy. I'm surprised I don't have that. That's kind of grindy. And then the Wild Slayer update was kind of like a... Oh, what do you call them? It's kind of like a dungeon-based thing. You was able to choose different paths and stuff like that, and then you had Apocalypse tiers, which were like... If you've played Diablo, the Torment levels, it's kind of like that, where the game just gets progressively more difficult, but when you're putting the difficulty up, you get higher and higher tiered loot to try and balance out the difficulty spike. So yeah, I'll go with Outriders. I do kind of want to have that 100%. It's a really fun game, as you can see. I very much enjoyed it. Balloons was one that I was working away at for quite a while, but had to kind of throw in the towel on that. Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. We recently talked about that, so we'll skip over that, but I do want to get that 100% at some point. Damn, I got 42 out of 50 for Alien Isolation. Didn't realize I got so many. I won't open it because it'll have probably story spoilers, unfortunately. It's crazy because when you look back on these, you don't realize you've done so much. Like Stubbs. Stubbs is probably... I think that was a quite buggy game, unfortunately. So I won't be going with that. Ooh, the Ascent. Another underrated Game Pass game. What are we missing? Oh, we can see how very, very talented. Didn't die more than 100 times. Yeah, this seems very doable. Although that's a big-ass list. What was this? This DLC? Cyber Heist. 3 to 4 hours for completion. You know, we'll throw the Ascent on there. Really bummed that it didn't... It was going to get a physical print on Xbox, and then they pulled it at the very last minute, claiming that they'd ran into like a bug or something. I don't personally believe that. I think it's probably more in line with it probably wouldn't have sold enough copies to really justify a physical print, which I respect. It's Xbox doesn't really shift physical copies all that much compared to the other platforms. But a really fun twin stick shooter that didn't really get enough love. Really cool little cyberpunk aesthetic for the game. And yeah, me and a friend played through the entire game in co-op. Had a ton of fun. I think we'll limit this to 5, so I'll go and grab 2 more. We literally just talked about Necropolis, and I was talking about how it's... Yeah, here you go. Unobtainable. Learn to craft everything. Because to put it, this is what I was talking about, is that when you look on Xbox, if you were to boot the game up and then you look at the achievement list, it will tell you what percentage of people have unlocked it. It's a 0.01% have unlocked it. But you know it's unattainable when every single person on True Achievements... Because when it's this number and then this number, that's the gamer score correlating to it in-game. And then this is basically the ratio equivalent. So it's 100G, but when it's a higher number than the G, that usually means that it's a lot more difficult, is what that relates to. So 150, that means way, way, way fewer people have got this than have ever gotten this. As you can see, there you go. 1% equals the true achievement ratio, 12.88. and that's how it calculates it. So it won't be Necropolis, because you can't get it, unfortunately. Oh man, this... I would love to do Crusader Kings free, but it's so brutal. As you can see, I think today is the 17th, so I did end up earning this today. But yeah, even with the amount of time I've played, like, some of these things feel impossible to get. Some of them I just haven't interacted with like that. That's not really all that difficult, really. But these, like, scenario-based ones, this one, for instance, I ended up trying to attempt, and as it's a game that's gotten updates over time, this is kind of a lot more difficult to get now because of that. So we'll be going with that. Nemantia as well. I don't know if... yeah, so more people did end up getting it. No walkthroughs for it yet, though. No. Is there... yes, there's no guides for some of them, so it's still a pain. Still a pain. Yeah, as you can see, it's beginning to thin out a little bit. You know, Lords of the Fallen, I was working on that. Yeah, I think we'll go with Yakuza, Like a Dragon. I want to... I've really, really wanted to 100% the whole series. I ended up starting 0, but I can't remember. It was one of the mini games or something that was giving me trouble. It was one of the... it might have been Mahjong, however you say it, Mahjong. I don't know how to play it, so setting up stuff in the game to basically become a master at it is a little bit cruel. I don't think there's anything like that in this or Infinite Wealth. I think a lot of it is more so mini games that are based inside the game rather than like real life mini games and stuff like that. So we'll go with Like a Dragon. I'd love to 100% a Yakuza game. So we got one more to pick from. Man, there's so many like great ones that I'd love to do. Oh, Sword Coast Legends. I think this is unobtainable now. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Where's the thing where it says Last Achievers? I don't know if that's actually still doable. So unfortunate that stuff like this gets pulled from the store. This was a kind of like a CRPG-esque D&D game. Kind of a little bit Diablo-esque, and just a really underappreciated game. Yeah, I can't put that in because I don't think it's still achievable, unfortunately. I think the servers have screwed that up with them being shut down. See, Kunitsu-Gami, I sung its praises last year. Ended up finishing it in February. See, time-based stuff like that kind of irks my soul. How long does it say? Estimating 40 to 50 hours, because I think you have to do it in New Game Plus. Yeah, screw it. We'll throw Kunitsu-Gami in there. So that's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Yeah, we'll go with them 5. These are 5 games I would like to 100% in the foreseeable future. I won't put a time limit on that, because something that I've very much noticed over time is that choosing to do that with me, because I enjoy achievement hunting, I really do, but I don't make it the backbone of my gaming, as evidence that it's only 37%. A lot of the time that I'm playing through games, you'll see that it's story clears. So, like Tainted Grail, for instance, is something that I finished. When was that? 13th of November, so 4 days ago. And it's not going to be something that I'll probably return to. As you can see, there's big gaps between 100%. When it's highlighted like that, that's what it means, is when it's 100%. I just don't make it all about it, because I end up getting burned out very quickly. But there we go. There's 5 games that I would like to 100% at some point, and they seem doable, if a little grindy. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you want to join a Discord with like-minded gamers like yourself, make sure to pop a comment down below, and I'll hit you back with the link. And make sure that if you somehow stumbled upon this channel first, be sure to check out Brandon's channel. We do a lot of collaboration content over there. It'll be linked in the description below, and yeah, check his stuff out. It's amazing. And yeah, there's 5 games that I would love to 100% at some point in the near future. Let me know down in the comments down below if you're an achievement hunter or trophy hunter, and if there's any games that you would also like to 100% in the near future. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.